friends, so I am working on the Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and I'm working on the fourth day. Let me show you the sketch really quickly. This is the sketch that we're working on today, and I will try to remember to put it right here. And I'm also working through my paper pad series kit, so I'm going to use, I have kit number 2 here, and it is full of pretty mint colors, aqua colors. Look at all these little bits that are in here. So it's full of all kinds of things like that. And let's see. Oh, and my Nicole Jones class that I'm also working through, the Scrapathon 5, I am doing day 4. So if you're in the class, you know what content that is. I have all these embellishments to separate out and have fun with. I mean, look at how pretty and soft those colors are. And the photo I'm going to work with is this photo right here. This is my youngest daughter, and she is on a cruise ship in this photo, and she was just Snapchatting me from somewhere off the coast of Cuba is all I know, which to me is a little crazy, a little amazing. So I am going to organize all my little goodies and start scrapbooking along with that great sketch from day 4 of Christy's Beautiful Life Sketch Challenge, as well as the Nicole Jones Scrapathon 5. I am working on the day 4 prompt. So I'm going to take you along with me and let's see what we come up with. This should be fun. Now, I'm sure that I told you guys in the beginning of the month, but I am using these kits that I put together for my Scrapathon class as my How to Kill a Kit with Style kits as well. So there's way more product than I normally would have, you know, for a regular, you know, collab kind of thing. But, oh, real quick, I am using some distress stain to make big old splatty bits, if you wonder what I'm doing. So if you hit it really hard like that, when you have a really juicy stain, you get these splat marks moving outwards. And I don't have a lot of those stains. I have a few. And yeah, they dry pretty quickly. And I was going to be, you know, conscientious and go ahead and use a heat gun and dry them. And then I decided that I have no patience and I just went ahead and went for it. Anywho, back to my How to Kill a Kit with Style kits. I have way more product than I normally would have, and I'm fully cognizant of that, and that's perfectly fine with me. I knew that I wanted to be a part of the Scrapathon, and I knew that I was going to be one of the contributors to Christy's Beautiful Life kits, or to Christy's Beautiful Life sketch series. There's something wrong with my brain and my mouth working at the same time. Anywho, so it does work for me to work through these kits. All right, so you saw the photo there. That's my youngest daughter, Ryan, on a tropical, is she on the beach right there, or is she still on the ship? She went on a cruise. Oh, she's still on the ship. She went on a cruise with a couple of her friends / teammates, and she is kind enough. She was sending me Snapchats and photos and all that while she was gone. So I have been lucky enough to kind of scrap almost real time, and I was excited about it because I was dying to scrapbook like non-winter, if you know what I mean. Like, I was overdoing the Christmas stuff. I was overdoing pictures of snow and all that. So when you get to bring in some tropical colors or some brighter hues and all that, I think it is awesome. And she is kind enough to be wearing a swimsuit. You can't see much of it, but it is peach, white, and black. So that clearly works for this. Now, I have a bunch of pieces in here, like right there. Those are cards by Felicity Jane, and I will be tucking them behind the photo. They are, I used a fair number of them, like the journaling cards, and I'll be tucking them behind the photo, and I think that they add a lot. A, because I don't use them often, so they pack a big punch, but B, because, you know, they're bright, clean, very linear, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be stacking one die cut piece. Do you see that? I was like, oh wow, it's a sticker. I didn't even know it. On top of that card, and it does a nice little layered effect, and I think it is ever so pretty. So clearly voila, yellow is being brought in. So now we have kind of like mint. We have mint, like a peachy apricot and yellow going on with black and white touches. I do find that my color combinations really change or are a lot more varied when I make a bunch of these kits at the same time, just because I don't want to use the same palette over and over again. I'm adding those big giant butterflies both on this page. They're an absolute perfect color match, which, I added them into the kit because they were, but see how the butterfly on the upper right, that has some of the yellow, so that's helping to be able to make sense of having more of that yellow tone in this layout. Now, every one of my kits this time around has my random washi pieces, and every kit has a flat alpha. So this is a little spot where I'm using some of that washi. It's almost like a translucent little peachy tone, and yeah, I like a torn edge, and that's what I'm doing right there. So I just add it in a couple places, and it enhances those cards a bit. I liked the idea of using this big pearly word that says you as part of my title. So my title will read You Glow Girl instead of You Go Girl. I was feeling ever so clever when I came up with that. But like I said, I really wanted to be able to use that, pearly white thickers word. So now I just have to figure out where I like it. See, that's the wonder of wax paper, that you can come up with your title and then you just have to figure out where it's going to work best. All right, I have my title down, which was easy peasy since all of the adhesive on it actually worked. Now, these little vellum, little word stickers I'm using right there, those are from Scrapathon, and I am down to like my last 3 of those sentiments and very much want to use them up. I think the other 2 were specific to like having a bad day or something about a guy. I like when they're random because I can use them much more easily. So I'm going to put one of the sentiments there on the butterfly as well. And down below the 3x4 card there, I did have an epoxy flare that I got from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, from the Creative Cuts Club actually. And I put that on the card, dressing it up a little bit. Now that leatherette sticker that I have with the typewriter has nothing to do with this page, aside from the fact that the color is spot on. But I did decide to use it. I like that it has a different texture, and I'm going to move it down just a little bit so that it's resting on that little cutout arrow piece that says selfie. And this was a selfie that my daughter had sent to me, so that was something that worked. Now, 9 times out of 10, when I start working with these kits, the little pieces in them, they do work. Now, I won't be using every single piece. Like, I don't think I use those floral pieces and that, but a lot of the pieces work, and they're pieces that I would not have brought in any other, like, it would be doubtful that I would have used them if I did not put them into the kits in these ways. And that's one of the things that Nicole Jones 911 has taught us. And you can see tons of her kit building videos on her YouTube channel. She's taught us, like, put them all in there, put more than you think you need in there, and chances are it's gonna work out. Oh, that is a brad right there I have had since the dawn of time, and it's like a little peachy apricot background with a cute little ice cream cone on top, and it has black and white, so it matches like beautifully. And I only had one of those, but it works for this. This is a bit of a whimsical layout with all kinds of different little pieces. And like I said, it's just a selfie of my daughter on, I think it was the first day of her cruise. So that is working. That little chipboard piece that I just put on where it says peace, love, and joy, that was just in my kind of like minty green area, like my color drawers. All my little bins that are separated by color, and that was like a piece left over, and it's working. Now look at how cute this is. I have this, I think these are from Dear Lizzie, a little peachy color swimmy and a peach and mint pineapple. Like, how cute is that? And I'm putting the foam on the pineapple right now, that fun foam, that stuff on the stuff that's orange on the right. And I just thought that it went so well together, and pineapples are tropical, so I can work with it. Look at how cute it is. And, you know, it's giving me a little dimension, and the swimsuit, you know, clearly makes sense for this layout. So I'm having to use a little bit of liquid adhesive on that corner because I couldn't get my big giant ATG under there. So let me go ahead and get that pineapple right back on, and it'll enhance that little corner of the page. So in this kit as well, I have this set of Felicity Jane chipboard, and there was a really nice bold yellow tone in there, and I wanted to get just a little bit more yellow on this layout because I have it strongly in just the butterfly and in that 3x4 card. So bringing a little bit more of that bright pop in. I have these absolutely vintage, both pale mint as well as like pale blush color little stars, and there's a tiny bit of gold on them. They're just stickers. I have no idea what collection they came from once upon a time, but I have them in the kit, and they're just adding just a little something extra, and I'm sprinkling them around here and there. I think I got those years ago from Hip Kit Club. I am not quite sure, but I think I did. So I'm going to go ahead and put the year, which is 2020, in those flat alphas as well. And just pretty much because I'm trying to use the flat alphas as much as I can on all of these layouts. These poor things have been ignored for far too long in my craft room. So, you know, if they work well and if I have enough vowels, I will keep them. If not, I can pass them on to the school or something like that. So as you can see, this came pretty close to my sketch. At least, let me say that. It looks like I was inspired by the sketch. I hope that you can see it-ish. For me, it's pretty close, while still being able to use the product that I chose for these kits. I'm going to go ahead and pop on some matching enamel dots. This is, I think these are Indigo, is it Indigo Hills 2 by Pink Fresh. Had the perfect minty aqua tone. So I'm going to get a few of those in, and I'll try to leave links below for the other creators for the How to Kill a Kit with Style kits. And is there anything else to tell you? Anything else? I don't think so. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, any of that kind of stuff, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you want to be notified when my next video goes up, just go ahead and hit the bell, and it will let you know when I post the next one. So that's it for today, friends. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye now.